So I don't know if you've been seeing, but that got fully done yesterday, and I accidentally, so there was stuff in it. The man had put stuff that could have just been thrown in the trash, broken down, etc. And then they chose to just leave it in there, so it was in the middle of the section, and I grabbed one of the 2x4 posts. It's like half, 2x4s in half, and I threw it, and it landed right on my mower. And so it stopped working yesterday. So that's as far as I got yesterday. But I did clear it out. I'm actually looking for something that I threw in the middle of it a little while back. So I'll find that, and so I'll get rid of the stalks tonight. Go around with your fast moving self. Acting like you care. And so I was going to bonfire tonight in the driveway because it'll just be easier since it's real hot. But it looks like it's gonna have 30% rain later. And I'll probably get rained on a bit while I'm growing up here. But, so Saturday I'm going to do that. To get rid of some of the stumps that I collected since the guys who stopped mowing took my axe, which is a great energy letter goer, energy transmuter. So they took my axe and I haven't got one since. So I'm going to do a bonfire more than likely tomorrow. It says it'll stop at 8, so when I get back, if it is stopped, I might just go ahead and pull things out. But if it gets wet, then my starter branches, etc., will be all wet. So I may just wait until tomorrow. Everything will have a chance to thaw, dry out some more. I haven't had a fire in a while. I really love fires. We're headed to the biblioteca. I got my breakfast in my cart. So some of the stalks are still this big. Some of them are really, really round. But they're coming down, and so I have a new, and it's a metal. It's not a weed eater, because the weed eater has the wire. So this doesn't have wire. I found out that my what's it called? The mini saw that I bought, that its battery works with. So uncomfortable. I can't stand periods. They're just, and I refuse to put something up in me that's full of all kinds of stuff, and I used to. So, now I just get to be uncomfortable while I'm riding my bike. I don't really understand how men do it with their wands, because it doesn't seem like it would ever be comfortable to sit on a bicycle with your wand. Especially how I be feeling. I'd be like, my portal, stop it. So we're moving along. So the next time I get Tuesday boxes, it's going to the middle. I'm going to block it off so that never has to happen again. I'm going to be investing in my new shoes, because I've been doing all this manual labor in flip-flops and toe socks flops and socks, flops and socks. I did all this in my flops and socks. Avoid the excuses, I am the bag. So that's coming up. That was, I've been wanting to I transmute what I've heard, what I've experienced, what I'm experiencing into fertilizer for Eternal Antheses. And so votes and HOESs is one of those many things that I've been transmuting for a while, and I have yet to fully solidify it. But I had stated, as I'm growing, I'm prophetic as a psychic being, and flops and socks was one of the things. And I knew it was this flops and socks, but you normally think of the men who wear those one flops, and not flops, but sandals and socks. That's what was coming up. But I did say flops and socks, so that's very interesting. So I'm getting the space completely prepared. I'll have that new mower by the 27th or so, and then I'll have my chords book for the guitar coming to me. And so the first time that I took a breath in this space, that yay is approaching. And for me, I've been here alive for 12,775 yays. I will not have you trying with an unsuccessful attempt to put your dogmas on me, even if I get to have a license. So they've been saying stuff on the OLD words since I was on season 21, and it's like, you can keep that. That's not for me. So I create my own realities. I know my soul is eternally limitless, and if I choose to celebrate, and if I was taught, which my DNA was teaching, to listen to me instead of external energies, then, well, you wouldn't be getting all the things that we speak create matter, is what I'm stating. And it's the truth. So I choose to state nurturing things, even if it's non-conformative, and people are like, what? You act as though you understand Shakespeare and energy who spoke a different type of English at the time, or some of these philosophers, or this, that, and the other. So to be able to try with an unsuccessful attempt to have somebody feeling some type of way about their being because they choose to speak as they want, or as in a nurturing way, is irrelevant. I'll transmute you from my existence. Because no thanks. And so I've felt a couple sprinkles thus far. I have so many seeds, and I have so many seeds to continue gathering. There's different trees that I want to grow in spaces where they tell me I can't. I'm getting out of their dogmatic seasons. This only grows here and this only grows there. Because a peach tree that started growing last season did not fruit this season because it wasn't supposed to. And plants can do that. And so honeysuckle, well, it's still summer. I'll have to look and see when they're supposed. This is when it's supposed to grow season. And because like peach season is about to end soon. And so honeysuckle, I've been seeing it bloom a lot. But say last season, it bloomed, and then it felt like a short amount of time, and then it was completely done. But that's not this way this season, and I'm happy to experience this. I'm grateful to experience how I shift, growing, changing innately with each season. I now speak as the infinite nurturer, who also created our wonder-filled gods and goddesses, which are our deities, gives me the ability for my deoxyribonucleic acid, my calm system, my innate internal intuition to speak to and about my facets, my experiences I choose in nurturing ways. And so I continuously choose nurturing when perpetuation, conformity, and romanticized, normalized, bully abusive narratives are what others choose. I choose transmutation. So I'm going to have geothermal pits for the fruit trees that are not normally grown in Oklahoma to make sure that they last through the winter, to make sure they thrive through the winter is what it is. Because I was not birthed here into this space to live in survival mode in any facet, and choosing to use words that perpetuate that bully abusive narrative and dogma as the eternal infinite child or baby that I am. Yeah, you claim adult. I'm a baby, eternal infinite child. And I'm going to keep creating as such. This is how you choose to speak to and about your facets. Your experience for your lineage has absolutely not one thing to do with me. How I choose to create for my lineage has eternally everything to do with me as a one in infinity infinite being, and that's what I've realized. So I'm going to choose nurturing over following, self-harm. And self-harm is as simple as dyeing your hair blonde. Sure, you get to express, and yet you are choosing to put poison and chemicals on your being so you can look as another because you're not accepting yourself. I mean, it is what it is. And sure, it would make for a dull existence if everyone chose to not bleach their hair to you in perception. Yet, you're perfect and have been from womb. And if your parents would have stated how you were perfect instead of forcing you to mask in that unconditional, conditional love and harming themselves, wearing wigs, etc., then you wouldn't be doing it. If they would have called you a genius and told you were perfect every day, just as you are, as you grow, change, shifting innately with each season, you would be perfectly fine with your beautiful brown hair. It's only your shade. Nobody else has your shade of brown hair. Nobody else can do what you can do in this life. No one else is you, and you are perfect as a one in infinity, infinite being, an eternal infinite child. Anyhow. Slan, ananigaseo, ma salamati. Adios, todzins, paalam, namaste. Adio.